Hello, hello. So, the time has come. It is my pleasant duty to welcome everybody here at one of the venues of the University of Zurich for the Ethereum Zurich. My name is Joseph. I'm here with several heads. I'm part of the Institute of Cryptonarchy, the duct tape production who also organizes Eat Prague, and one of the sponsoring companies called Pawn. Honestly, this is my dream come true. I've been in Switzerland for several years, and I always had to travel elsewhere into the world to attend one of these Ethereum community conferences. And now finally, one is happening here in Zurich. So I'll be quick. I just essentially want to thank you for attending, for being here with us for the 3 days. I also want to thank the sponsors. I want to thank Sentiment, Near Swarm, Octan, Tenderly, Nethermind, and many other sponsors that enabled us to throw a conference for several hundred people with most of the tickets given out for free. So there is a conference part which already you are now witnessing, and there's also a hackathon part which will be introduced by the end of the opening speech. But without further ado, I would like to invite Claudio Tessone, the professor of the University of Zurich and the head of the blockchain center of the University of Zurich, with the opening remarks. So please put your hands together for Professor Tessone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? And it is also with the microphone. Great, fantastic. Welcome everybody to the first ever conference, Ethereum Zurich conference. It is for me a pleasure, and I'm really thankful for the people that has been organizing, that has been leading the operations on the organization of the conference, the Pound people, the people that has been also doing ETH Prague, etc. And it is fantastic to welcome you here because Switzerland has been fundamental for the development of Ethereum. And this is why it was funny that communities all around the world were able to discuss and to look into entrepreneurship, business models, applications on top of this blockchain. And a conference like this never happened in Switzerland. Ethereum was, as you may know, originally thought a decade ago, and after considerations on how it could set up, how the people could bootstrap, the founding members could bootstrap resources to be able to finance the development and also the creation of a whole ecosystem. It was Switzerland, and specifically a very neighboring city to Zurich, that is Zug, that for the first time that enabled the process of the creation of the Ethereum Foundation here in Switzerland. So this translated into many things that happened in this country. This country has advanced a lot in terms of regulation, creation of the regulatory body to accept different kinds of digital assets, create from startup to foundations. The governments all around of different cantons and also the federal government were able to create a very interesting framework here. And this created a very interesting ecosystem that we are really happy to see represented in the conference now. A little bit of words, because this conference is hosted at the Blockchain Center of the University of Zurich. We are the largest university in Switzerland, the largest university in terms of number of students. We have 28,000 students. But the most important thing, when I want to say that the University of Zurich is the largest one, I am much more interested in mentioning the fact that we are the one that covers the widest range of knowledge areas in this country. And actually, and this is how the Blockchain Center is conceived as well, we stand that in order to fully understand blockchains, interdisciplinarity is key. We cannot look at this, and in general this has led to a lot of problems in platforms that were developed inside of blockchain-based solutions, layer 1, layer 2, everywhere. Economic incentives are fundamental, governance is fundamental, but also regulatory bodies are fundamental. And all these areas are part of the research that we are performing at the University of Zurich, and about which you can learn more either in our stand outside. We have a booth that I am really thankful to the members of my team that are providing information to those of you who are interested. And on the other side as well, we can also talk about this in more detail later in different presentations that we will have in this conference. The Blockchain Center of the University of Zurich is a competence center, actually, of the university, which means that we are a legal entity that has a clear mandate from the university, on the one side, to foster and coordinate excellent interdisciplinary research, as I was explaining before. The second one is to create a complete educational program for our students. But not only. We are very interested in addressing people from all around the world to teach about blockchains to people all around the world. That's why we have a summer school that we every year offer. This year is already on the 4th iteration that is called Deep Dive into Blockchain. And we also offer courses to people from industry who is interested in learning more about blockchains. This is the second role that we have, education. We are a university. The third reason, and this is why we are here today, is to act as point of contact between all the stakeholders that are important in blockchain-based systems. And communities are fundamental when we want to understand the reach of different blockchain-based systems. And this is why when we were approached to have this Ethereum Zurich conference, we were so thrilled. And the final reason, we want to consolidate these 3 points that I was describing before by mentioning that what we always want to achieve is a critical understanding of the space. We are not accommodating to the space. We want to really want the space to thrive. And the only proper way of doing that is with the neutral knowledge that the stakeholders like universities, I am really happy to see people from other universities, Swiss universities here, and not only, is something that we can achieve and we want to achieve together with the community. As I said, when we were presented with the opportunity of having the Ethereum Zurich, we were really thrilled because it is a way in which we want the community to express itself. And this is why we are so thankful to those of you that are going to be present here, who are going to be introducing your own projects, your own ideas, and to nurture this ecosystem in these new days. So thank you very much for attending this conference, and thank you very much for the program that you yourself created, because this is also your space. The last thing that I want to say is that now we are going to start with the program, and there is a very important aspect of this, that is understanding how the technicalities of the hackathon are going to be, and this is why I welcome Jacob now to the stage. Thank you very much, Jacob.
So, yes, I'm Jacob. First of all, can I see hands who's here for the hackathon more than for the conference? Come on, put them up. Okay, not bad. So, if you see these hands, these are the hands that are about to get dirty. So we have a hackathon because, obviously, we need people in this great ecosystem who will be building it brick by brick, block by block, commit by commit. And that's such a crucial part of the whole sort of progress and going forward that, of course, you need a hackathon. And so we do have one. Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So, yeah, great. Many of the tools, protocols, all the things we all use and love have actually originated in hackathons. But not just by putting the ideas together, but also by sort of building the connections and bumping into people, having interesting conversations. And that's why we're gonna kick off the hackathon right after this, basically with a team formation session. So that's gonna happen in the Hacker House, which is I'll show you in a minute. And that's where we basically welcome all the hackers, make sure that everyone has the skills that they're looking for in their teammates, even help them find some cool ideas, projects, problems to tackle, and basically have everything they need to start hacking. And then the magic begins. And for the rest of you who are not attending the hackathon, I would like to invite you tomorrow at 5. There's going to be an opportunity to basically peek under the hood of what's going on in that house. I'm not sure if it's safe to go there in person because, you know, sometimes it gets a bit intense, but hey. On Saturday, we will have a project showcase, and that's not something that is always done in hackathons, especially not like halfway through the hackathon. But it's really great because it's an opportunity for everyone to see what everyone else is up to, which is, you know, there's also like a bit of a competition going on, obviously, so that's good. But other than that, it's just informal. You know, you don't have to be nervous about it. But I would say it's good to prepare for that a little bit as well. And for you attending the conference, again, I would like to invite you there as well. The whole schedule is in the hacker manual. I'll point you to that in a second. But then obviously the big sort of closure, what everybody is waiting for, is going to be on Sunday, the closing ceremony, which is going to be in this building again. Yeah, so obviously the hackathon wouldn't be a hackathon without some prizes. And again, while all you here attending the conference are here, I'd like to speak about the first part in particular. That's called quadratic voting. So you all got cards like this. And those are going to be very important. This is how you vote for the projects that you like, and you know there's some prizes involved, as you see on the screen. So study the instructions here on the back side of the card, but also on Sunday, I believe we're going to have a little sort of session here, a little presentation about how the quadratic voting works. So that's going to be the main part of the competition in the hackathon. But then we also have $2,000 that will come from our judges, and those will be divided to their favorite projects. Also, we have 3 sponsor bounties. Those are combined close to $3,000. So again, you know. If you see people come back here on Sunday smelling and looking like zombies, you know why. They've been working hard. Yeah. So for all the hackers, we will make our way down to the hacker house, which is basically if you just walk out of the building, walk to your left, and it's like, what, 200 meters, something like that, not far at all. I will be somewhere along the way. Tree here, who's organizing the hackathon, will be somewhere along the way, and we'll find you there. All of this information is also in the hacker manual, and I would encourage you to read it. This is where you can find it, and that's basically it from me. Yeah, this is the time you're allowed to get your phones out. So that's it for me, and I'll see you around during the weekend. Thank you.